After flying with the Spacelane Patrol, Skydragon was ready to fly a whole new vessel. This is when he upgraded his ship. He no longer flew the Merlin anymore. Now he flew the upgraded. Entering the hangar, Skydragon was able to upgrade to his new ship. He finally learned how to fly it. The Camerat, he could finally fly something different, something bigger and better than the Merlin. The Merlin was a small, fast, fragile frigate ship that could hold 3 different weapons. But the Camerat was a more powerful cruiser ship. It could actually hold up to 8 weapons. So Skydragon would just have to outfit his Camerat. So now Skydragon was ready to go. He had his ship fitted with all 7 weapons, and a scanning probe, a shield, and some extra acceleration boosters. Since Skydragon flew to his next destination, he had more tasks to do. He was working for the Spacelane Patrol still. His current task was to wait for a pirate that was going to be coming through the Stargate any moment. As soon as the pirate showed up, it was his job to destroy the pirate, so he had to make his distance because his guns were now long range, 44,000 to 38,000 range. The pirate wouldn't even see it coming. Oh, and there was the pirate right there, the pirate scout. So we locked onto the pirate. There he is. We fired him, and the pirate was soon destroyed. It only took 3 volleys from Skydragon's new crazy comrade. There's more loot to loot. There's never anything in the loot though. So Skydragon went to go pick everything up. Went to go see what was inside. It was once again metal scraps and useless ammo that didn't even sell for anything. So we set destination to return back to his agent.
Warp drive active. Skill training completed.
Back at the station, Skydragon once again reported to the security agent that he had completed his task. So now, there's one more task to do for fair play. It's time for you to get your knuckles bruised. Our fleet is doing well, but there are more frigates than we have anticipated. I realize you probably haven't been in a larger ship yet, but it's actually hard for big ships to target frigates. The difference in size is too great. I want you to prove anti-frigate support. It's safer than you think. Most of the fighting will be far off. We just need you to eliminate a few of the pirate frigates. The rest of the fleet will take care of itself. Take out the pirate fleet support fleets. Ignore all other ships.
Active.
Upon arriving at the destination, he's seen there was many pirates. We just had to take care of the frigates. Concord would take care of the rest. So the frigates would be these smaller ships, right? Mission generic frigates. We just had to take out these 3 ones that were close by to us, I guess. They were just in our vicinity, warped just right beside them. So we burned away to try to distance himself from them. Although it didn't seem to matter, the rail guns, they seemed to work up close. Might as well go loot everything, although it's just gonna have nothing like it always did. Sky Dragon was just making his own journey in space. The legend, this is how it all began. In his comrade. Then Concord swiftly came and destroyed all of the other ships, and then Sky Dragon was like, holy jeez, all that loot is over there? DOD second class frigate wreck, generic, a cruiser wreck, battleship wreck, Concord battleship wreck, mercenary wreck, Sky Dragon. He went to go loot everything if he could. Concord battleship, what's in the Concord battleship wreck? Information, the remains of a destroyed ship, perhaps with the proper equipment, something of value could be salvaged from it. We still can't salvage for like over 7 hours. Sky Dragon needed to learn about mechanics. It would take him 11 hours. He wouldn't be able to salvage the battleship until tomorrow. Sky Dragon could only loot the battleship. Inside the wreckage of the Concord battleship, Sky Dragon found 500,000 of loot, Scourge anti-missiles, Inferno cruise missiles, Nova torpedoes, upgraded Mercury. Holy 500,000. Sky Dragon was rich. It was then when he started to actually make his first actual interstellar credits in the world. Pretty soon he'd be able to destroy his own battleships and then just loot from all the battleships all the time. Sky Dragon was just a young flyer at this point, but later in his career, as you probably already know, he's one of the top flyers in the industry. For the second ship, he looted 166,000 worth. Sky Dragon continued his journey through space, working for the Spacelane Patrol. Back at the station, Sky Dragon had reported that he had completed his final mission, fair play, 5 out of 5. I knew I could count on you. With your help, the pirate fleet crumbled. Even if there were any capsulars that could come back from that, I doubt any of them will be so cavalier with pirating again. Then she had another task for you. Sky Dragon was all done at the Spacelane Patrol for now, so he headed out. There was new places he could go.
Warp drive active.
Eventually he had arrived at Jeddah, the main trade point of everywhere in space. Everybody came here to trade everything. So now he came here because this is where he'd be able to upgrade his ship and get all of his future things he needed.
Docking permission requested.
Jeddah, the main trade hub of space. Kardari Navy Assembly Plant. Inside the station, Sky Dragon would buy the salvagers he would need, the tractor beams. Never would he need to drive to the vehicles again, fly to the wrecks. He would just be able to simply bring the wrecks to him. So you could just buy 2 tractor beams for 2 million. We had 9 million when we last looked. So now we could equip the tractor beams. Sky Dragon actually was able to. So we did not need the probe scanners anymore. Did not need 7 weapons. Probably do with 6. And then he put on the 2 tractor beams. The item hanger. Small tractor beam. Then Sky Dragon worked on what he was going to work towards. He was working on mechanics to get the salvager. That wasn't actually too bad. It was 1 p.m. so we'd be able to salvage things at 8:30 p.m. today, 7 hours later. And then we were learning missile launcher operations and diplomacy, and then the Caldari destroyer to hopefully fly bigger and better ships. But then we picked up the salvagers as well. We did pick up salvagers, we just have to learn how to use them. So we got 2 salvagers, so eventually we'll be able to tractor beam all these ships in and then salvage everything. I think he was ready. I think we had everything. Maybe we could buy some more skill books, but we don't know if there's any reason to. Maybe Spaceship Command. So then Sky Dragon proceeded to buy we had the destroyer, wanted to buy the cruiser, went to view market details. Then he bought the skill book for the Caldari cruiser, and then pretty soon Sky Dragon would be able to actually fly cruisers, something even bigger than the Cameron. We need Caldari Destroyer 3, 14 hours. We'll be able to learn the Caldari Explorer tomorrow. Tomorrow we learn how to fly bigger ships tomorrow, but for now Sky Dragon just had his crazy Cameron. Everything was ready. He returned to the Spacelane Patrol. This time Sky Dragon bought 2 different types of ammunition. The Iron Charge, it had a 44-kilometer range, 4.7 damage per second. He also brought the Antimatter Charge. It had a much shorter range but much more damage per second. It was 18 kilometers, but it had 11.2 damage per second. So if the enemies ever closed in, we could use the Antimatter Charges, and if they were ever far away, we could use the Iron Charges. It was the perfect situation. So then Sky Dragon was actually ready to go. We had to go return to where we once were. Where were the agents? Although Sky Dragon had to tread carefully for every decision that he made to help the Caldari state, the MR state, they were pleased with his actions, but the Galante Federation was heavily displeased. The Minamatar Republic, they were displeased as well, as they were helping the Caldari, so Sky Dragon was running into more problems. The MR Mandate, they seemed to like what he was doing. The Or actually hated what Sky Dragon was doing. Then the Sasha Nations and the Grista Pirates, of course, they hated him because he was destroying all the pirates. And then the corporations, the Spacelane Patrol, we're looking at these 2 social skills, so it improves our rating a little bit, derives standings. And then the special mission, completing a story or epic arc mission on behalf of Spacelane Patrol will result in improved standing towards you. And then it says Spacelane Patrol will collect a lower reprocessing tax in these stations as their standings towards you goes up. So it does help to increase their standings, I guess, if you do use their stations, although I think player stations are probably the best ones, aren't they? Broker's fee reduction. Spacelane Patrol will collect a lower broker fee on market sell orders in their stations as their standing towards you goes up. So it's good to get the rankings up then. Reasons. We were doing a whole bunch of missions for the Spacelane Patrol, the State War Academy. We did a whole bunch of missions, a whole bunch of story missions. Maybe it was just the story missions that made us lose reputation with these guys. I think that was it. And then with her, it showed we were getting a whole bunch of reputation with her, so these missions completed. So it would just be the 5 story missions, wouldn't it? We did the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 career missions. It's only the story missions that affect the main factions, so all the other missions, they don't seem to, so you could just go. So Sky Dragon continued to work for the Spacelane Patrol. He learned that there was more agents nearby. There was actually 1 Spacelane Patrol within 1 jump. So Sky Dragon set off. He left the Caldari Navy Jeddah assembling a plant. He had everything ready to go. And Sky Dragon exited the trade factory. Seeing all the fireworks going off, he knew there was always something happening at the Jeddah factory. For now, Sky Dragon had to leave the Jeddah factory, leave the moon, had to. activity tracker. We're gonna have to look at the activity tracker. Skydragon docked up at the station to meet his new Spacelane agents. What is the activity tracker? It keeps popping up. Again, rewards for doing things in industry, industrial activities, so exploration. We just got this one. Explore New Eden through navigation around the cluster, tracking down anomalies or signatures, and taking part in project discovery. Statistical on players travels around the universe. Project discovery. Number of submitted project discovery entries. Systems entered. Number of system enters. So we keep track of how many. 82 ISAC systems. Space entries. How many times we have entered. Regions visited.
Docking permission requested.
2 unique
Docking
regions
request
visited.
accepted.
Signatures and anomalies. Non-encapsulator. So then Skydragon returned to the Spacelane Patrol. His new agent, the Kurote MNO, the security agent, the level 1 security agent for the Spacelane Patrol, said, "Yes, I certainly do have something for you. Recently, some explorers employed by Spacelane Patrol discovered an extremely strong gravimetric signature. Their scanners indicated the hidden belt was full of rare ore. Now, while this news would normally be cause for joy, I'm suspicious. I'd like you to fly over the belt and check it out. If it is really full of ore, wonderful. If not, get back to me with the news as quickly as possible. Investigate the asteroid belt. Retreat if you encounter overwhelming forces."
Active.
Upon arriving into the pocket of space, he's seen there was nothing on the mining scanners. There was nothing. It's the rogue drones. You need to destroy the Moth Apis. The Moth Apis could actually switch to the iron charges. So those at much better range. There's at 44,000. But we cannot target the thing. We had to burn towards with the afterburners. There was one rogue drone in the system that we teleported to, that we flew to. There was asteroids, information, barren asteroids. There's nothing left to mine here. It's just more asteroids. More barren asteroids. So then Skydragon shot upon the rogue drone, and he destroyed it in one swift hit. He could return back home. There was more drones on the scene. They were swarming Skydragon. He had to retreat. There was absolutely no reason to stay here, wherever the drones come from. Oh, they were coming from all everywhere. He's being surrounded. 7,500. Should have destroyed all of them. They would have made so much gold for Skydragon, but this is where Skydragon's journey continues with the new Spacelane agent running missions for him now. Soon, the Spacelane agent would know him in another area of space. Yes, correct, Amanov. I have completed the mission. I've never heard of them setting ambushes before. That is disturbing news. For you, my friend, there's always something. We've spotted an unauthorized Carista's personal transport ship flying through Mem. Cargo scanners reveal a load of militants on board. No doubt. Then Skydragon accepted the mission. This is where his journey continues. Later, he would have even bigger ships. Later, he'd be able to fly the destroyer. For now, this was just the cruiser. Stella was super sick. It still had 7 different guns. 6 different guns and 2 tractor beams. So we could loot in all the loot. And Skydragon, Space Patrol. And this has been the story so far of Skydragon and his association and how he helped the Spacelane Patrol when there was nobody else who could help them.
Active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active.